I think the first break in the wall was that 2017 New York Times report where they were talking about it in logical, sensible language that these things might be from another world. But I think that movie that you're discussing, which is the age of disclosure, very good. Very good. It's very good. It doesn't even have any like UFOs, but I mean, they go a little bit. And at the end of it, you kind of draw the conclusion, like, oh, this makes sense. But this, what they're essentially saying is one of the problems is if they have been funding these secret programs for all these years, they've been making programs, and they lied about it, and that's super illegal. Okay, so one of the things that this documentary was calling for, I think, is the only logical way to solve this is a mass amnesty for these people that misappropriated money and or with the whistleblowers. Well, with the whistleblower administration, basically more. Like, come on. Of course, everybody should fucking know this stuff, guys. The real crime is keeping the secrets of humanity. That's the real crime. Okay, the other stuff, of course, is just the interpretations of what you're writing down on paper. You make up these rules. But if you ask the general public how they feel, this is a rational, normal person, that there's no fucking way that the defense contractors is the only people who know that we're not alone. Fuck you. All that stuff is great, but just for humanity, that is a giant piece of information that no one should have. No one should secretly keep information that would change our entire perspective on our existence.
It's actually
But why did they want us to keep the information? So someone will come to them with Martian coin.
challenge in regards to the UAP stuff, and he will himself tell you that, this is 100% like a thing, and that we sometimes
It's a fucking thing, y'all.
depending on what's happening, like all this is black budget programs. I mean, like, he will tell you, he's, again, been reading out separately before I got there. He had a piece of legislation that was supposed to enable the FAA to report and develop a different reporting procedure for UAP stuff. And at the time, the Department of Intel ensured that legislation was not brought forward, that it was stopped. The piece of legislation that actually passed out of the Senate really had no teeth to it. And then Representative Burchett threw a primary challenger that was being backed by the Senate Intel. And so, when you are touching, it's like, that meme where you have that source that's like, don't touch this, and then the little foot comes out? Yeah. It's kind of like what we're doing, and it's not exactly easy because you will take heat from both sides, but there has been a good group that's been assembled that's bicameral, meaning it's both in the House and the Senate, and bipartisan, meaning both Democrats and Republicans are saying, like, hey, this could actually happen.
Are they publicly talking about not releasing the information, or is all this stuff done in secrecy?
It's done behind the scenes.
Because if they had to do it publicly, if they had to announce their position on it publicly, it would be very damaging, I think, to anybody's political career on the right or the left.
People would be pissed.
Well, they're pissed. Well, because I'm pissed, because if they've had it for this long, because they really did recover something,
everything's a fucking lie, y'all. That's what he's saying.
I can tell you, John, for us specifically, we actually were made aware, some people had come forward that said that they wanted to bring, so about 2 years ago when all this kicked off, we had requested briefings from Arrow that's in charge of kind of compiling the investigative aspect of UAP stuff. And by the way, from the get-go, even in talking to Arrow, that this organization is literally a BS organization. They're never going to tell us anything. And every interaction that we had in the state, I was like, this is nothing further. But then these people came forward and said that they were actually they were told to not brief our group on this topic, and that it was from, at the time, members of House leadership that they wouldn't say who. And so I actually went with another member of Congress and confronted multiple people, and they all denied this aspect. So it's done behind the scenes. You'll see these random little troll blockages that might pop up. But what I can tell you is that with new administration, specifically with the FBI, specifically with ODNI, we have gotten transparency to where previously we would have been stonewalled, we were actually giving briefings, and so what I would tell you is we are going to push for the information that we've got to be out there for the people.
So do you think that the whole idea of disclosure is maybe a multiple step, very agonizing, frustrating, slow process, rather than a big dump of all the information that they had from Roswell to
I'm dropping everything, y'all.
Apparently there's a whole slew.
Two long nails.
During that same time period, there was a really prominent UFO recovery thing that was not as publicized as the one in Roswell. The big mistake with the Roswell one was the newspaper printed it. And so then they had to backtrack, and then they had to do the press conference where they had like some scattered pieces of a weather balloon. It didn't look anything like a UFO.
And then
nothing. But meanwhile, they flew the wreckage to the right field. They flew the wreckage, and Truman met them there, supposedly.
Well, I can tell you, in our hearing, we actually notified told us that. I think it was one of the witnesses had talked about what had happened at Vandenberg Air Base, where there was this thing that appeared over the base. They actually had multiple blotters reporting on it from phone calls into law enforcement from like hundreds of people. And whatever had appeared over the base was basically bigger than a football field and basically a cube, a red cube with some weird thing in the center of it. I actually had our witness draw this out. This guy is sober as a priest. I mean, he was a great pilot, and he's talking about all this. And so, you talk about this stuff, it seems like a sci-fi movie, but based on the evidence that we've seen, I don't have any reason to believe that these people are lying. Based on the evidence that I've seen from our own government, I think that there's something there that the American people deserve to have access to. And so I feel this is not just on this topic, but again, in other topics as well, this is my perspective, is transparency is what builds trust. Other governments have built some information on it.
Okay.
To think that we are the only...
I never get that, y'all.
On this planet, in this galaxy, I think is a little bit crazy, given, the fact that I also think God exists and that there's other creations. But then again, you get this aspect of, why is it that you also have this aspect of, certain religion that has been very controlled told and I think rolled out into that stuff. And when you have certain books that are removed because they don't think that people should have access to this information or know it, why remove the book from a
It's a
Bible, right?
fucking crime.
What did he
They played the
touch on
fuck
that?
out of us, y'all. That's what she
Did he
said.
talk about that? Are there people that don't believe the Book of Enoch was really part of the Bible?
Then they're fucking idiots.
He needs to brought it up, but I don't remember how. That's the guy to talk to.
Yeah, so from what I
That's the guy to
gathered,
talk to about it. You know what I mean? You have to really understand the history of the Bible to be able to figure out what's legitimate, what's not, why they put it into the New Testament. I had some very erroneous ideas about it until I talked to intelligent people that really know the history of it. It's very strange stuff.
well, so from what I gather, and by the way, I'm not a theologian in any capacity, but just from my perspective on it. So you have the Ethiopian Orthodox text, which has I think 88 books of the Bible in total, but in the Ethiopian Orthodox text, it's basically kind of like a mainline OG version of the Bible. And then sometime in the 4th century, there was actually a group that came together and they removed certain books. And
The Book of Enoch.
the story goes that Revelations actually had replaced Enoch. And so it's interesting because when you're looking
Never
at
heard
the
that.
whole one, you hear the stuff that some of these people are talking about, and then you read the Book of Enoch, which is a wild read, okay? And then you look at kind of what our modern day description is of what angels and entities are versus what Enoch was seeing and reporting in his language and ability at the time. I think that there's a lot that brings you to then ask the question, well, why would they remove this information? If it's truly, written as part of the oldest Bible in the world, why would they then put it
They're
out
trying to play
and
us.
water it down? And I'm not saying that you can't find God.
Actually, they're not trying. They already fucking did, y'all.
But I just find that very interesting. And so what I will say is that I
Mm-hmm.
like to have the whole kind of history in front of me, and so I feel like to fully understand if you're you kind of have to be able to read it.
I'm in the middle of
If you know, you fucking know.
and it's one of the wildest things I've ever listened to.
Ooh, these are cute guys.
Oh my god, it's so weird. When you realize that a lot of the people in the Book of Enoch are also in the Bible, and that it's one of the craziest stories.
That shit is crazy.
Stories ever. And the angels came down and bred with humans and made giants.
Yeah, we're all fucking angry.
What is this story? It's mostly in the Hebrew Bible. It's the story of Abraham. The sons that are left here. What a
I guess we're gonna do the damn thing now.
Came down and bred with humans. That's a very weird idea. Well, there's different ways to look at translating the name of me. It might be.
Or not.
Well, the first word, the name is sons of. So it kind of revolves on what's meaning about me. So it could be God, like a big G. Could be God, like a small G. Could be angels. Could be dignitaries in the government. Yeah, so if you go less far out, kind of interpretation of that phrase is that term is, the sons of the mighty, the sons of the judges, the sons of the young people, as opposed to the sons of angels, or the sons of God. Okay, so how do you interpret the watches? What do you think that could be? Well, they're not mentioned in the Hebrew Bible. They are mentioned in the Book of Enoch. That's a crazy book. It's crazy. Yeah, I started reading it and I said to my wife, I can't handle this. It's too much. If that was left in the Bible, if they decided that was like part of the canon, everything would change. It's the craziest story ever. So these things came down and bred the humans and created giants, and the giants.
If you guys haven't read the Book of Enoch, you definitely need to. That shit is crazy.
What is it? Well, it's the reason for the flood. So yeah, I think it's like taken up like I just think it's like if it's the further you go back, the crazier the story gets.
Ow, motherfucker.
Well, the book of Enoch was written in the years 120 and 25 BCE. The book of Enoch is the latest psychedelic and it's a psychedelic version of the Bible. Well, it is really psychedelic. I think it's from the release of Hidden Doctrine, it comes from that, or from drinking and having an ayahuasca experience. That's what you think the origin of the book of Enoch is? Well, it's a psychedelic experience. Could be some spontaneous and nothing of DMT. It's a prophetic.
They had DMT back then? Let me find out.
But when he's talking about the watchers and the angels meeting the human and then the decision of Nephilim, what do you think that is? Well, the watchers are unstable, unstable, the spirit of circulators and they can be powerful. But it could be just, the angels, because they never sleep. That's one of the qualities, is they never sleep, so they're called watchers. And what happens is the Nephilim, here comes the role of that two-letter root system. Is the Nephilim essentially makes you fall, the fall, or the is that down. So the Nephilim itself, that's one way to understand it. And they were the giants, right? Yeah, they were the giants that consumed them. And ate the whole flesh and it's not good.
What?
Well, I think, that book is going on. If you look at the explanation, it was because of the world was just getting like, it was sort of like, you consider having created crystals. But Noah was temporarily and purely righteous, and that one was allowed to survive. So what do you think they were describing when they were talking about the Nephilim? When they were talking about them as giants? You think that's just a bad
I
interpretation?
need a fucking snack.
Well, they may have been giants, physically. I do think they were giants.
Ow, mother.
They even had an actual description of how tall they were. Some measurement, right? There's some measurement. Yeah, that's definitely it's not, it just isn't narrated specifics about the giants. Because they were more than young, they were powerful.
Are we the
One of
giant?
the most fun internet rabbit holes to go down is
I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole right now, y'all.
like 30-foot tall men that lived in the mountains.
We're probably keeping
Well,
giants at
read
NASA.
stories of giants all throughout history, and when people supposedly discovered giant bones, and then they stored them in the basement of some famous museum, and they won't let anybody have access to them. It's kind of fascinating. Yeah, it's like those stories.
Ow, motherfucking shit. That was fun.
Like that mountain guy from Game of Thrones, or an actual human being who's really extraordinarily big. Or is it a different thing? Is it a giant human being? Mm-hmm. Well, they're giants. Yeah. I mean, it depends on your perspective. Like I'm trying to look at or understanding it, the giants they described in the Bible or by implication in the book of Enoch. Yeah, they were men because they were giants men of renown, and then they became corrupt and they consumed everything. Just nothing that they could do. The problem is, it's like, if you're looking at the least charitable version of human beings in 2025, there's a lot of examples you could point to. So that sounds, guys, it sounds a lot like us. Or maybe another. Well,
I just said that, y'all. Oh my god. Fucking knew it.
Thomas said, God would destroy all mankind. Yeah, that's the reason that we have the rainbow. That's the meaning of the rainbow is the covenant. God made a promise that he wouldn't flood us anymore.
Oh, I just seen your little thing, Mr. Trivia. Hey. I'm just trying to get my little nails did. It's my first time using live, obviously.
Don't you think that was a regional,
What are you doing? I'm good though.
like these great floods, like if they were happening, let's just say that Britain ran
Trying this little poly
and then
gel.
just one flood in the area.
Literally. Look how little it is.
There has to be,
Oh
there's
shit.
people from
Alright, well I'll hop on yours when I get off of here and see what you're
that all
doing.
have this flood story. There has to be some truth to it, right? We agree with that? Well, I don't know. I mean, I read the Hebrew Bible. That's sort of where my thinking of the events that are described in the Bible.
You're funny.
You just leave it at that. Yeah. So when you
I guess this is one way to reach
the
me.
important thing about
That's probably why I never get on live. Then people can reach me. I'm always honest. That's one thing about it.
Between us and between us and God.
Alright, hopefully this goes well. Wish me luck. Actually, there's a lot of people on. They're just not online because, well, obviously, I'm just doing fucking nails. And it's my first time going live. But I just seen someone had like fucking 2K people watching them. Shit. I'm just listening to this little podcast though and doing my little nails. I got a little photo thing tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm trying to get them done before I go to bed. You know me, last minute. Oh, I think I need base coat. See, you're distracting me.
Recall information so effortlessly. So it's a really fascinating guy to listen to talk about it because he's very compelling.
But we can go live tomorrow if you want. Like, actually live in my face. My big ass head.
I wonder why
I'm going to sleep after that shit.
like when you look out, you recognize when you
I think about it.
You recognize that water made that thing. Yeah. And it, for some reason that hadn't been even thought of. But then when you show me a bunch of these images where you have like satellite images, you can see how the earth was clearly has the ripples of like massive amounts of water going through certain parts of the world. Yeah, well, it kind of
water? Oh my god, I gotta post this fucking video I seen of the sky. Or I took of the sky the other day, y'all. That shit is crazy. I was not on psychedelics, if you can hear what they're talking about. I'm just saying though, like it looked like the sky was water. It was fucking weird, actually.
And I think they just work on who you are.
I'm pretty sure I do follow you, right? I'm looking for an editor. That's why I wanted to talk to you like that 1 month. I need some. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Like I just took a break from social media for so fucking long. All that shit needs posted or edited. I know how to edit. I'm just busy. I've interviewed a few people though. I just didn't love any of them.
Yeah. Imagine that.
What do you mean? Oh.
Nixon was not president.
Gotcha. I don't even see. I don't even know what any of that means. That's so funny.
Technologically at the same level that it has now, but also has access the entire time to all these different psychedelics legally. I think people were tripping hard even after they were illegal. I'm sure they were, but I bet they were
illegal.
Yeah. It's dangerous. People will get put in jail. People don't want to lose their lives because they want to, take a tab fast.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
It's like a real deterrent for a lot of people that want to have a good future. They fuck that. I don't want to do drugs. But if mushrooms were legal, like you might have made a completely different life choice a long time ago that made you happier.
So, oh shit, can y'all hear that?
The option to try.
Let's do this funny.
So you're pro legalization.
Obviously.
And it certainly shouldn't be restricted by people who haven't experienced it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh my god.
Why would a person who has never experienced psychedelics be able to tell people who've done psychedelics that they can't do them? That's
That
not
is
what
funny.
you don't even know what you're talking
I
about.
mean, he's right, but
You don't have any experience
because
in the
isn't it
state of
still like a
mind
fucking
that is
drug?
enhancing these people's lives to come back
I
to
mean,
normal.
yes, it
Like,
enhances it. I
especially
never done
I
shrooms, but
which is
I hear it makes you
been
happy.
passed now in Texas. You know, so they're allowing that to happen now for people
I guess
with
since they legalized
drug
ketamine,
addiction,
that's
PTSD,
similar,
and
right?
yeah,
To shrooms.
it's a very interesting drug. I was wondering if you guys ever done that again. No, I
We're
haven't.
talking about this
But
in like
it's
consciousness
beautiful
though,
that
how it ties into that.
approved and used here because there's so many people that can.
This dude just read
So
the book of
many fucking
Enoch.
people go over
He's tripping.
have to fight overseas and come back home scrambled and need some help. And people who got hooked up on pills because they got injured, because something happened, whatever it is, and all of a sudden you have a real problem. Ibogaine is one of the best ways to take it. Like one of the absolute best
That
ways.
depends on how you
Very
define that.
effective, right? One dose is like one experience is like 80 something percent of the people never go back to whatever they were addicted to. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's because of the drug or the belief in the drug. The guy who first started to, kind of
I
popularize
smoke
Ibogaine
and
was
work.
a fellow named Howard Lockstock.
That's it and that's
Very
all.
cool guy. Met him sort of during his late days, but he, like as a young man, he was
Just
addicted
tree
to
and
heroin.
money.
And I heard about Ibogaine as a drug to just
Alright, that's probably long enough. Fuck it. Let's do the damn thing, y'all. Wish me luck. Actually, I don't need it 'cause I'm about to fuck this shit up. In a good way, I mean.
Really fascinating. So before that, people didn't know that you could use it to kick drug addiction.
Wait, what? You just say you can use shrooms to kick drug addiction?
Is drug addiction
Never heard that.
history? Is there always been people that are addicted
That's
to
pretty.
drugs? It's just when did it start?
Damn, she thick.
Actual addiction.
She real thick, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what's up.
There was the idea of addiction in the 1800s, maybe even it was kind of an American or British idea. But did they know they were alcoholics in the 1400s?
Damn, she real thick. I love this shit already. Oh my god, but I don't know if this is the right alcohol, you guys. I never done this shit before. But the lady at Sally's definitely convinced me to get this when I told her I needed fucking rubbing alcohol. It has rubbing alcohol in it, but it's scented. I'm not gonna lie, this shit is giving me a fucking headache. But it's lavender, so I don't fucking know. Actually, it stinks. Hopefully it works. Let's see. Before this shit melts everywhere.
Sure. Yeah, he tells the story. Mr. Holman.
Okay.
I hope I know it. It's a
I
good
need a harder brush.
Yeah, devil breath. That's right. So there's medication used to treat motion sickness and post-operative nausea and vomiting, but it also does something nasty. Yeah. Like if you take large doses of it, the devil's breath. So you can drama.
Fuck
That's a
it.
drama.
This is what we're gonna do instead. I got this. You know me, improvise. It fucking does. Beauty does cure. But I saw this on a little TikTok, so I'm sure it's gonna work. Oh, shit. Yes, sir. See? I told you I got this.
While scopolamine is a different prescription.
Yes, sir. I fucking love it. I should have got polygel fucking ages ago.
Okay. So they put it in a patch form
Ooh.
to stop motion sickness, where Dramamine is the oral thing that stops motion sickness. God, that's also
What?
right.
He is tripping.
Weird thing. So, but scopolamine, you can get in a patch, and it is for motion sickness. Right.
I'm over dabbing it, y'all.
Blow it up your nose is not good.
I know. Okay, she thick. She real thick. She might be thicker than me, y'all. God damn. She eat her cornbread. Yes, I do. How much better? Oh my fucking god, I love this. Why didn't y'all put me on like 5 years ago? This is crazy. I just paid $300 at the fucking nail shop last time. Had to leave and still fix my nails when I got home. Cause they looked like fucking shit. And I was tired of telling the old fuck that I didn't like what he was doing. Okay, that was rude. But he was rude for messing my fucking $300 nails up, okay? If you want to get factual. This shit looks better than when he did it, though. That's for damn sure. Wait till I fucking drill it. I'm about to be like Yoda with the nails. Wait till you see this finished set tomorrow. Boy. Okay, this brush is not fucking working. I think it's this shit. Fuck Donald Trump. Stupid fucking idiot. Okay, let's clean this brush. I need a different brush. Okay. On TikTok. What the fuck is he talking about, y'all? Leave them pregnant women alone if they got a damn headache. See, the great thing about this poly gel, y'all, it does not even dry till I want that motherfucking shit dry. Oh, damn. Or gosh dang. Trying to watch my mouth, sorry. She's fucking pretty. She clean. Let's do this. Ah! I'm gonna drill them, and usually when I drill, I end up taking a lot off. But surprisingly, I don't think that's gonna happen with this, so I don't know. I'll let you know how that goes after I experience it. I don't usually get my nails this long because ain't nobody paying $300 for fucking nails. Okay, well, actually they are, but I'm not. Not me. I don't got the motherfucking time. Actually, I do. That's a damn lie. Okay, this isn't gonna work, is it? Come on. It's almost self-leveling. Fuck this brush. God. I'm struggling, guys. I should have bought the brush, like the lady told me. But I don't like to be told what to do, so when she told me, I was like, I have a brush. Thanks, though. My dumb ass should have listened. Try this little bitty. Okay, we're gonna go big. Go big or go fucking home, guys. I know everyone says use the small brushes, but I'm a fucking rebel, so we going big or going home. That's all I got anyways, but yeah, I was gonna order one. As soon as I went to hit order, the fucking 3-hour bus or delivery option just disappeared. I was really upset. Then I went to Sally's, which is where I got these little things for $12 freaking dollars. And the lady said, you should get a brush. And then I don't know, I got irritated because the brushes were fucking expensive. I'm not paying $20 for a brush when I can get 3 of those same brushes on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? For like a third of the price. So then I walked out thinking I know what the fuck I'm doing. And here goes me. Over here fucking struggling. Like a dumbass. That's what I get. But yeah, that's another story for another day. We gonna just do this thing with this, fuck it. We don't have any options. Maybe I'm getting it too wet. Do y'all know? Did you just hear that man? This old fuck. He was crazy. Oh my god. Oh, a health retreat. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure that came off my nails. That's cool. Hopefully she blends off. But if you can see, it's kind of leveling itself. Thank God. Because it's definitely my brush and this shit. If the nail lady tells you to get this, tell her to go fuck herself. It's not gonna work. I don't know what the hell is in it, but I'll do it. And I got a little headache too, kind of from it. I'm not gonna lie. Lavender.
I don't think you can shut it off. Yeah. What is this? Is this real just around me all the time and ignoring it?
This is crazy.
Is this real? Terrible. Here's it. Yeah, that's
All that yawning and shit.
I think DMT ought to be carefully taken. I think everything.
Oh, I think we should do another read.
There's something wrong with you
I think I'm tripping trying to spread this everywhere. What do y'all think? Fuck, we just ain't along for the ride, okay?
Yeah. Well, I mean, how who's going to
This shit is just so thick. I should have waited for Amazon to open in the morning. That's what I get for being impatient. It's okay, because it's still going to look good when it's done. Just wait and see tomorrow.
Jack Daniels, couple of this, couple of that, you're dead. Drink all that stuff, you're dead.
Okay. There we go. She's coming along. She just need a little filing, you know. Little love.
I will still, if I feel like it, I'll have a glass of wine.
Me too. That sounds good. Not a Cabernet.
It's like a little red wine sometimes, but I've only had like two
A little sweet red wine.
glasses of anything over the last like 8-9 months.
Alright. What do you guys think? First Polly Jelly, is she like beautiful or is she beautiful? Oh shit. Good vibes only, y'all. No talking shit, okay? Because I know she looks like shit, but just wait, because she gonna look sexy when I'm done. I just gotta get her dressed, you know.
Good versus the amount of negative.
This thick ass shit.
Right. It's just bad.
God, I need a smoke break.
That's why I've been drinking high school. I kind of made up for last time we called.
Okay. Ta-da! She lopsided, but she was. You sound what? My nose is stuffed. Don't say sick. I wish that upon me. Let's just make sure she dries before I waste my time doing all these nails. Okay. Yeah, I never put out good energy when I'm hungover. No point. I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
No go boy, no space. How am I supposed to do this for? I'm a fucking rebel, that's why I turned it upside down. Because I know you're supposed to do it the other way. Oh shit, and I do what I want. Obviously. What the fuck is this old man talking about? Ah, okay. If she's unplugged, I guess we're done. No, we're not.
It's kind of hilarious.
Wait, is it supposed to be sticky? Oh my god, there's one whole person in here.
We obviously all
Is it supposed to be sticky?
Some people, it is a switch that nothing else does.
Oh shit.
There's some people who love it. Yeah. Well, it's discounted in the text. You shouldn't drink too much. Smart. But I'm not sure you shouldn't drink at all. Or you should drink if you want to drink. And, everybody, people get real rigid. Especially if you have someone around you that has a problem with alcohol, or you have got a problem with alcohol. Well, there's a huge,
oh my god.
Oh yeah. Alcohol is somewhat of a, I'll fit a lot more in the nano
Oh, hey Fred. Hey
And
Jose.
it sounds like there's not
I
a lot
want
of
to make this
opportunity
screen
for people
bigger.
right? Right.
What in the actual fuck?
Yeah,
That's smaller, not bigger. Dude.
reservation.
Y'all, I need fucking help. What in the shit?
I'm in the middle of the audiobook.
Okay, so I've got my little live manager up on my computer, but I can't get my screen big. Like, I just see my little nails in the corner and it's so tiny. Somebody help. Okay, fuck it. I don't even need to see who's in my live. Fuck all y'all. I'm just playing. Okay, let's do the next nail. That's what y'all here for. Let's do some fuzzy slippers. Nah, she thick. She's too thick. Let's try this one. Maybe she's a little less thick. Thick like me. Yow. Oh no, she just as thick. God dang. Pretty though.
I'm thinking like people always
That's
say
crazy thick, y'all. Holy fuck.
and we're just sort of catching up to it now. Well,
Oh yeah. I'm just supposed to get that sticky off, right? I think I'm supposed to wipe it. Fuck, I don't fucking know, but she's thick, y'all. Definitely need a brush for that. She's tasty. She eat her cornbread. Only Jiffy.
Well, there's a line in the text that he says that God is going to destroy mankind.
Oh, that fucking sucks. Is it?
I think he just said people will only live 120 years at the most.
I will live as long as I fucking want. I think it's all what you believe and your perception, personally. If you perceive that you're gonna fucking die from the day you're born when you're fucking in your 70, 80, 90s, then that's probably what's gonna happen. But if you're open-minded to the fact that we can live longer, then you probably will. This your fucking life, you can make it. Shit. I don't know shit about reincarnation, but I do know that. Shit. Okay. She real thick. Yeah, he's not wrong. I'm fascinated with the Book of Enoch and all that bullshit because why is my whole life a fucking lie? Like, what the actual fuck is going on? Can somebody please tell me? And why is there literally 80 people up right now? It's like 4 in the fucking morning. I'm just sitting here doing my damn nails, like it's normal. Though the world's so different now, y'all. This shit crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I've always been a night owl though, personally. I think it's great that the world's being themselves. Okay, that is not blending. Like, what the actual shit? It's the best. Okay, Big Mama, let's do your nails. Wait till you see this finish. This shit is thick, but I'm gonna make it work, okay? Don't look good, I got you. You in the 757. This is real easy to do yourself too, really. When it's thick like this, you just use this little brush. The amount of time that it took for everything to get pushed, where if you're a Native American and it's 2025. Let's tear it out a little bit so I can put some pink on the bottom and fucking try to blend it. You start going into the history of it, like fuck that tea. What happened? You bought me some. What? We talking about tea or? Oh, I thought I was carrying the whole bottle, guys. That would have been embarrassing. Well, this is all that area.
there's a lot of Comanche land in this area, but it went all
Can
the
you
way down
guys
to
hear this?
Oklahoma.
My TV?
It was just a barrier.
I'm watching a podcast.
Yeah,
What's this guy? Hold on. Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
It's just him reading the Book of Enoch for the first time. He's funny.
It's crazy, though, isn't it? Well, I mean, like, all those things had to take place in order to get
Okay.
New York City.
Pretty. Let's do it. Let's get some fuzzy slippers on.
New York City, or you want to go back in time and say, don't sell this.
What should we do?
You know, what do you like more? Do you like pizza? Do you like, go to
What do y'all think? Should I do that whole nail sparkly or should I do it like half sparkly? Like ombre, obviously. Nah, obviously. Okay, so.
Hey guys, you're getting robbed. Don't sell this for.
Okay, I vote whole nail sparkly. Fuck it.
How much did they buy New York for?
$27.
Really?
And
No.
Damn, she's so thick.
What a great,
That shit's
origin
crazy.
story for a villainous country. That there's never one city was made through a swindle deal. With big jewelry.
Well, that's why I went to Never.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I'm born, yeah.
Yeah, I trained in the Bronx.
Chirac.
I can get to Jersey next.
Where are you guys
It's a
from?
crazy place, because everybody thinks of it as just being city, because like it's right near the city, and back and Hoboken and stuff like that, but it's like mostly rural.
Yeah.
Rural?
It's got bears all over the place.
Bears? Oh my god, he's funny.
Yeah, oh yeah. The shore is awesome. You know, small doses.
Yeah.
Nice to go down there.
So the Bronx was great training.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a yeshiva.
Yeshiva?
Modern Orthodox university in the country.
Oh, that's where it is.
Yeah. And, it's the medical school of yeshiva. And that's on the Bronx.
Okay, I fuck with this guy. Only because I can move it with this thing. My brush? No. I can't even move it with my brush. It's actually irritating to do it with that. With this? Okay, I can work with it.
Have the idea to create.
What are y'all doing up?
People doing IV DMT.
Okay, that escalated quickly.
It's like a good one, though. Seems like a good one. Because how do you get to the point where you're asking the government to let you do this?
Actually, the government's kind of shoving it down our throat if you think about it. It's suggesting it to us without us knowing. Like, I know y'all know that. Come on.
And instead of saying DMT was a really great drug, and ask for money, we said DMT was a really dangerous drug, and ask for money.
It's whatever you perceive. Life is whatever you perceive. I'm fucking telling you. That's how, 1 hour can feel like 5 minutes, or 1 hour can feel like 5 hours. It's different. It's however you perceive it. You make your life because you're the one perceiving it. Like, basically, you're just consciousness zoomed in. Just imagine it zoomed all the way into your big ass little head.
What happens when you get it?
I have a very different understanding of that shit, though.
I'm not complaining for you, but I'm more skeptical of the psychedelic experience than I was before. I don't think it's a panacea. Well, I think it is.
It literally changes your fucking brain.
I think there's an issue.
Like neural like he's tripping.
That's a thing that sort of grips people when they start doing it a lot, and then their identity is wrapped up in doing it a lot.
Then that's addiction, sir, obviously. It's not the purpose of it. Ayahuasca and shit. You're not supposed to fucking do it every day. You're supposed to awaken and not do it again, probably. I don't fucking know. I know you're not supposed to do it every day like that. That can't be good. Well, I know you're supposed to use a brush for this, but I'm a fucking rebel, and this shit is thick. Like, she a thick little bit. But damn, she look good. Like, look at that little apex. Okay. No go goers, no nicknames, something can mean nothing.
As opposed to Christianity, where
Man, Christians lied to us.
So what is Judaism's version of what happened with Jesus? He wasn't the Messiah, so he died. He didn't get resurrected.
well, you know, he may have been resurrected, but resurrection.
But we weren't there, so we don't fucking know.
That's not
Right. Well, what is their take?
Oh my god, y'all, I love this shit. I mean polygel, not this brand. This brand kind of sucks. But polygel,
Come back.
this is my new BFF, y'all.
no, it's in the Hebrew Bible.
I would have been a nail tech for fucking years ago had I known. This shit was so easy to work with.
Is a term that's not really
Thick little bitch.
disparaging.
Something about y'all. Oh my god. No, really, why is it fucking,
Same building.
what's it, 5 a.m.? Why is so many people awake? Why am I awake?
The Hebrew Bible.
Oh yeah, because I'm doing my nails for you guys. For myself, actually. But I'm gonna pretend it's for y'all so I can feel better about staying up all night.
People quit and parents of those whole phrases. You know, he, him.
He, him. What about it?
Doing it for myself once.
Oh, that was stupid.
It would be gender neutral.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or just not ever.
Gender neutral.
Yeah. So, you know, thinking about, that God has genitals.
What the fuck is this old man talking about, y'all? Did you hear that?
It seems like it's
What's he talking about some man's genitals for?
we were made. But it's probably some sort of a
That conversation escalated quickly.
equivalent of intercourse that higher beings have.
Okay.
With each other.
Okay, that's cute.
The optimal form.
Wait till I fucking file that shit. Yes, sir.
It's not good for
Wait, I think we're supposed to get this warm and it won't be so thick. Cause she is thick. Ow, that's hot as fuck. What the shit? What the fuck, y'all? That was hot as fuck.
I got confused there. What are you referring to?
Oh, well, the specific one, I think you
That hand's ugly.
man being made from God's
We ain't done that side yet.
Yeah,
We're gonna do that tomorrow.
Yeah, but I think it's,
When I got my face on. I was playing.
in the animal kingdom, things evolve to do certain things.
Thick little piece. Something like
Combine, determine their behaviors.
that.
So I think in humans, it's sort of like the animal form as well. Same way, perhaps.
Like this can be heaven or hell. It is what you make it. If you're walking around negative all the time, then you're gonna be in hell. If you're walking around positive, you're gonna be manifesting that positivity. That's just factual. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I already know.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was, yeah.
Sounds like a crazy little.
I don't know if they're like I heard something the other day, y'all. It said something about demons and angels, like they're not actually what we think they are. They said, you know how people are positive and negative? It said that like the positive people, they shine more light after they die, I guess. And they said like the negative people, they don't shine as much light, so they're not actually like a dark spirit. Supposedly they just don't shine because they don't have the brightness, but they're still the same person. And that's what we call demons, supposedly. And angels. Really angels, like they just regular people, but they shine light because they're like the people that are never angry. I don't even want to call it positivity, but like that when they're at that state of peace, like those people are gonna shine brighter. I believe that shit. I've always said I'm a fucking light. I don't know.
people being able
Just a little
to
tea for y'all
live
at
in
5 a.m.
it will
Fucking Marshall. That's what my nephew says. He's 2. Not fucking, oh my god. He just says Marshall. Oh man.
And then you get all the headache, the minerals, all the work, supporting energy, health, and digestion.
Okay.
Trace mineral products.
I just thought that was interesting. Don't plot me, but it makes sense kind of if you think about it, because if you can feel people's energy, then you know, like, some people just got some good energy and some people just got some dark energy, so I can imagine that that is what the angels and devils, or angels and demons would be. That makes sense, really. But I don't know shit about that. I'm just guessing. I think he said it better than I just did. Okay, what color should I do this on? Do it pink? Yeah. Put that one on, right? Yes. Thanks for your help, guys. Good idea. Fuck. Dick, little bit. I need to warm this shit up, y'all.
The best bet is to find yourself a local solar provider that has a fantastic reputation in your community and in your neighborhood. They'll offer you better pricing, better service, better quality, always. The fourth myth we are going to bust today is the cost per watt. Cost per watt
Yow.
is all solar companies.
She did it. She did a comment. It's like my fucking head.
What you're going to do is you're going to take the total cost of your
See,
solar
I fucking hate commercials. I can't even think when that man is talking so loud. The hell, I don't care about your solar heater, bro.
And like all things, it will have good aspects to it and bad aspects.
Can y'all come closer? Damn, I feel like I'm about to break my back.
You're going to learn a lot more about how people actually think versus what they project.
That's better.
You're going to be able to see people's motivation.
And people have fucked up motivations and intentions, so y'all better just learn that shit right the fuck now. Unless you want to be green for the rest of your life. No, I'm just playing. It's all about perception. Y'all know that.
letting someone one moment hit them than another.
Ooh, she warmed up, y'all. She not asleep now. I don't know how I just spoke that right into existence. Y'all see how I shut that? Okay, let me shut up.
It's a real thing. And you have an unconscious too, where things are kind of stored away psychologically.
Well, they don't say.
I don't know
Oopsie.
if there's some way where we link up and we can communicate completely telepathically.
You fucking can't. That's how I look at it, y'all. I look at it like our brain is like a fucking computer. And like, y'all know we got 38 senses, right? I don't know why the fuck they taught us we have 6 senses. Well, we got 38. But anyway, you got like 38 senses, okay? So I look at it like your brain is like a long hallway with 38 fucking doors. When you're born, they're all open, but you don't know words yet, you know? So as you get older, I feel like the doors start to close, which is fucked up. It should be the opposite. But then sometimes you have to go back and learn to reopen them.
Puts down the bottom, starts running around the block to respect that. Because it's a real thing. Free will.
Oh, okay.
There's something there.
Hold on.
Something there. And you make choices. And you don't know why you make
Okay.
choices, but you make
Anyways,
choices.
what was I saying?
That's the thing.
Okay, so I feel like,
Why you make choices. And it's not
yeah, like your brain's like a little hallway with 36 doors, you know, and I just wonder now, that being said, if we were to train children, like a child from birth, because I don't even have any kids, I just was a nanny, with that like way of thinking, you know, like what kind of beast would they be? Like, I feel like they'd be so positive and they live longer and be healthier. I really do, y'all. I could be wrong, but I feel like their doors would never close. They would just have 38 doors open in their long little hallway. They would, and one of those is energies, like people that feel energy. They fucking know. That shit's interesting though. It makes sense.
it's the one God and the golden rule. I think that's
Nothing ever did.
universal.
All the bullshit, like in school. Why the fuck do I need to know Abraham Lincoln's birthday and the square root of fucking pi? Like, what the fuck?
And it's one of the reasons why we're so like hyper focused on accelerating the technology.
That's because there's so
We
much
kind
shit
of
going on
always
around us.
recognize that this species is on a race to avoid natural catastrophe. But there's just so much potential for natural catastrophe, whether it's super volcanoes,
Super
asteroid impacts, so
volcano.
many different things that like almost wiped us out to nothing.
What? Since when did we almost get wiped out by a super volcano, guys?
Just like mad rush to make better
Am I
and
missing
better
something?
technology. It's almost like a dream. Like, can you get to the final boss? Can your species survive and figure out a way to stop the rock from space?
Yeah,
Oh my
the
god.
steps of the Messiah. That's what that's called. I mean, you want to be around at the time of the Messiah, but not really, because things have to get.
Oh my god, that shit was not that thick, y'all.
Yeah.
It's because I got my heater on.
There's also a lot of people that don't recognize
Definitely one duck.
being a human being on Earth is being a passenger in an organic spaceship going through the universe. Like there are real celestial events that they have to keep their eyes on. But you haven't experienced in your life. You're like, but no, this giant rocks that killed the dinosaurs, and they're still floating around, same size rocks.
Yeah, I know.
And they can't stop them. They don't know how to stop them yet. Like,
What the hell are you talking about, y'all?
Fucking people. Oh, if we thought we would do this and do that, sleep tight at night. No. No, there was some gigantic state-sized chunk of metal flying through the galaxy. We would have a real problem.
There is.
It might wipe out all of humanity.
Yeah, it might wipe out all of humanity.
Yeah.
And it probably came really close to doing that a few times in history. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Do you guys hear that shit?
We know that we're hit all the time. We all accept the fact that the Yucatan impact has killed the dinosaurs, and there's been a bunch of them throughout history.
How the fuck does he know what killed the dinosaurs, y'all?
Everyone knows that we've been hit multiple times. The Tunguska thing in Russia.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm Russia.
This enormous patch of forest is still flattened.
Have you been watching season 2 of?
Okay, I don't know what happened with this nail, guys. She thick.
Ancient Apocalypse.
I didn't watch season 2 yet.
Yeah.
No, I watched season 1 though.
Yeah.
What's season 2 about?
Mr. Trivia, if you're still in here, I'm about to get off, and I'll message you.
Yeah, I like Grant. Yeah, he's hardworking.
Oh, he loves what he does, man. He really, really does. And the fact that he's finally been over all these attacks, he's finally been vindicated, and people are starting to accept more and more things, are probably a lot older than we want to believe. And especially after go back to Kathy, that kind of like that popped the cork on everything. And everyone's like, okay, well, this has definitely been buried for 11,000 years. So this is kind of crazy. We didn't know they could do that back then.
Well, before coming out here, I asked ChatGPT, how old are some of the stories written down in the text from the Hebrew Bible? And at least according to ChatGPT, it's 10,000 years ago. So
oh my God,
something may have happened at that time.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's a very interesting finding. Oh, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Holy cow, guys. My heater just made this nail stuff go from thick to fucking running all over my finger. It's okay, we're gonna clean it up real quick before we carry it. I know you guys seen how thick that was, right? What the hell?
Yeah, so that's like my big project, but I'd like to do a smaller one about Sodom and Gomorrah and the figure of love. Incredible story. I've spent about
Definitely. Let's cure that shit before it keeps melting everywhere.
You know what? His virgin daughters, the men circling his house, asking to know him. He ends up, in a cave with his 2 virgin daughters. They get him drunk, and he sleeps with them.
Vulcan
they're gonna
incest.
return anyway. Yeah, they'll come two kids at a certain point, and they become very important. And later on, they're the beginning of the Messianic line. Yeah, so it's a very intricate tale. It's a very, I think you can make some cool conversations between some of the main personages and the narrative. Yeah, there's a book called The Red Tent.
Can I ask you about the lot? Like how old was that book?
That must be, well, it's an explanation of Sodom and Gomorrah, which is around the Dead Sea. There was a conflagration associated there. Any of your guests spoken about Sodom, what actually happened around the Dead Sea? It was quite catastrophic.
So, well, tell.
Well, the story on the block, yeah, I mean, there's fire and sulfur pouring down on Sodom and Gomorrah. It was the end of the plain. Yeah, so that's the southern part of the Dead Sea. It is a Dead Sea because of its high salt concentration. It was kind of close down from the coast. Yeah, so it's at least a description of what took place.
So what do you think it's describing?
Well, I mean, my perspective is it actually happened. Yeah, people think of it some kind of volcano activity.
We're totally saying it's comparable, right? I mean, what we know that there's been a bunch of those that almost wiped people out entirely at certain points. The Tobo volcano, that one?
No.
We got down to I think we've looked this up before, but I want to say I think we might have gotten down to just a few thousand people
on the whole planet.
It was 70,000 years ago. 70,000 years ago, there was a massive super volcano that went off, and it, plunged the Earth probably into nuclear winter. And they think that our genetic line entirely of the human race on Earth came from this few thousand survivors.
So if you take a break,
yeah, we'll be right back, folks.
Seriously.
We're back.
So we were talking about the alternative.
Yeah, explain what you mean by that. Like these things are happening in an alternative dimension.
Right. Yeah, I think they're happening in an alternative dimension. Like when you smoke DMT, you return to the same place each time. So there seems to be some reality, some DMT world that people enter into. And it's one of my volunteers.
Okay, y'all, I did that wrong because that is not curing on the inside. Look at that.
Depression, anxiety, or eating disorders after becoming addicted to social media platforms. A global settlement.
What I do wrong, guys?
These platforms allegedly fail to protect vulnerable youth from addictive algorithms and harmful content for years, putting their mental health at risk. And now landmark lawsuits are forcing them to pay victims. This isn't just talk. Over 1,200 families have already filed lawsuits. CBS News reported that Meta agreed to pay $725 million in a privacy class action settlement in 2023. Reuters covered how TikTok settled. But I did the moustache. He grew a mustache for a while, and it's been vanished. It is true. I rarely had a mustache. I just that time when I appeared somewhere to having like something on there, I just felt like okay, let's make her do it course and see how it feels. Okay. Yeah, but I do feel like this is maybe at the moment is more proper. Okay. What do you mean when you talk about self-mastery? What do you refer to? So literally, let's talk about it even in the modern language maybe. We're getting into some type of position and then we are supposed to manage people. But I do think in order to manage people, it makes sense to actually know how to manage yourself in the first And there are so many areas about ourselves, let's say, body related or also mentally or emotionally related, that I just feel like many people haven't gotten to the point yet to really understand that just like we train our muscles, we go to the gym to achieve something, there are also areas about us, human beings, let's say, that also need to be trained. And all of this taken together, I refer to as self-mastery, because no matter you might change your job one day, you might change the location where you're living, the surrounding is going to change, the people that you're dealing with is going to change, but there's always one thing that always remains the same, which is you always carry yourself along the way. So you can't escape yourself. You can't escape your dark side. You can't escape your pain and your suffering and everything that in a way is triggering you also. And this is where I feel like to have this, let's say, concept at the moment, to really invest time in bringing out understanding yourself better and then build yourself up in all layers that nowadays you can dive into. What are the areas that you think people are neglecting the most when it comes to their self-mastery? Let's start simple off. I think everybody knows the story of Frankenstein. So meaning to literally put together everything that is physical, everything that is biological, you glue it all together, but that body still doesn't come alive. So I think in the story of the Frankenstein, there's still one missing element, which sometimes you could refer to as electricity or the spark or the fire. And this in the ancient traditions, if I read them and in my interpretation for sake of understanding, I would say it is the mind. This is why in ancient traditions you oftentimes have body and mind. So already by just looking at ancient traditions, what are they observing? What are we made out of? Body and mind. And so I think about myself, okay, good. We do know nowadays all the possibilities of training the body, but what is it actually how to train the mind? And how can you understand what do you mean by training the mind? And therefore, it's like, really, simply speaking, we have arrived at a point in our society, people have become aware that your diet does have an effect on your overall well-being. So you buy the most biological food, you invest a lot of time maybe only buying the best quality vegetables. Some people decide they only go vegan. So your diet matters. What you give your body to eat matters. And I do think in the same way, are you also paying so much attention and emphasis in actually paying attention what is it that we are on a daily basis giving our mind to eat? So what type of thoughts are you aware of that can pop up right away when you wake up in the morning? What is it you're noticing? Are you noticing right from the beginning competitive thoughts? Are you noticing right from the beginning of waking up? I need to do this. There's always something to do. So, and these things I do believe they matter because they also play into ultimately what is what is it that you are carrying along this world and in your daily life. You carry the quality of the body and you carry the quality of your mind. Both of them taken together is what makes you literally you in this earth at least. We don't get to the thing things will be changed. We can't necessarily predict the next thought is going to come screaming into our brain.
Well, that's not
So
true.
what we,
You can
when you talk about
empty your little hard drive and refill it, guys.
see
If you know, you
focus on
know.
what's inside of our mind, given that sometimes, much of the time, our minds are outside of our control.
To most people, though, yeah.
And I'm very, very
Hey, Lala.
asking this question. But now that you are asking this question, then let's go a little bit deeper into what, let's say, somewhere along the line, I felt like it makes sense. Yeah, I can only share what my observation is. So number one is I do like ancient traditions because I do believe that all the cultures in the past, all traditions in the past, they carry something which maybe is not understandable right away, but they carry some very, very valuable knowledge. And one of these knowledges is to say that we are not the body and we are not the mind. This is one of these things. Now, we are not the body, we are not the mind. It doesn't fit so good. It's not easily understandable in the society that we are living right now, where everybody actually is identified so much with the creation of this and the creation of the identity that you want to express in this world. But let's go into some kind of thinking experiment. It's literally what I refer to as I. If I would be my body, I would simply take this decision right now. Body, just stop aging. I don't want
I
to
just said that, you guys. Who was in here when I said that?
to feel pain. I don't want my body to tell me that I'm hungry right now. Just stop the hunger.
You choose how you
So,
feel. That's
raising
what I
this
just said,
question,
guys.
I feel like I can't. I cannot tell my body.
If you feel like you can't, then you can't.
So this body somehow has its own cycle and its own intelligence that my body is going. Okay, it is now the body. And just as you said, literally it is impossible to predict what is going to be the next thought that's going to pop up in my mind. But if I would see my mind, how come I cannot have an influence in what I am thinking next?
You
So,
can.
giving a sense to this idea, mind and body, both of them apparently have another own cycle of what they are.
Y'all have to come back tomorrow if you want that story time.
What's the conclusion?
Well, I'll do the right hand tomorrow for you.
Nevertheless,
You guys can see this all cleaned up, you know.
along this lifetime right now,
I'll add some diamonds and stuff.
conditions. They carry some type of information. Simply said, I didn't choose this.
Ooh, this is my first Polly Joe ombre, guys. Isn't she
I
beautiful?
didn't choose my eye color. I didn't choose the features that I carry in
I
my
did,
lifetime
my
right
sexy
now.
ass.
So there is
Just kidding.
information that is being transferred from generations in the past that will
Not
represent
confident,
themselves
guys.
right now in the
Confidence
body
is the
that
key.
you might call it is embedded in the DNA.
This
or it
is
embedded
Sally's
in
brand.
type of biological or physical information. So if this is staying true right now for the body, could it also be that everything that pops up in our mind also carries some information that has been passed on prior for us to even conscious about it? And the answer for me is definitely, I do think it is like this, that modern science, if people relate to this more, for example, opens the field of epigenetics. what this field is about. And taking all of this into consideration right now,
Alright.
what literally is then the I? If I am not the body, if I am not the mind, what is the I? Yeah? So, and this is the essential question that Buddhism, Zen Buddhism, and many mystic cultures
Oh, I need more than that, y'all. Let me draw this real
on
quick.
YouTube and you just type in who am I, what am I, where do I come from? You find plenty of that stuff. Yeah? Okay. And it is a very, very interesting question. And why? Because this answer of what is it that you identify yourself with also gives you the answer, how do I reduce the suffering of this lifetime? That is essentially what all of this is
The
about.
perception, guys. Booyah, let's add some more sparkles. And she's done. Obviously, she needs files, but you know,
I could live a life. If I could
it's
live
not
a
bad
life
for a first time.
full of pleasure, full of enjoyable moments, no pain, no suffering, I would wish for eternal life for sure. Because it is the greatest thing that actually can happen to you. You're spending this life on earth, and the only thing that you have is a pleasant life. So, what more do you want? But the reality is not like that. The reality is we have pleasant moments, we have joyful moments, we have healthy moments, we have enriching moments, but at the same time you're also facing something where we could absolutely live without it if you would have the choice. The fact of losing people, the fact of being betrayed, the fact of being just, being insulted, being discriminated, being hurt, many ways that do not feel pleasant. So, and there is the question, isn't there
how to find a proper perspective upon life, to understand what is it that I am embedded in order to still try my best and reduce the amount of unpleasant or suffering, what we refer to it. This is the whole idea about it. So also meaning, because I do think it's a very, very valid question. If somebody is watching this episode and he's just happy, he has a perfect life, he is happy, there is nothing he's asking for, he's simply fulfilled. There is really no reason to continue listen to this conversation. But I do think that either it hasn't been like this all the time, that person first of all went through some type of development or process, or the winning streak is going to end at some point. So
Wawa's $5 big breakfast deal gets you any sizzly, any coffee, and a hash brown for $5. Gotta have a Wawa.
Kenyon University offered nearly $161 million in institutional scholarships to online students in 2024, in addition to federal grants and aid. See what scholarships you may qualify for. Find your purpose. Visit tcu.edu/myoffer.
At this point, you're probably not avoiding therapy because of stigma. You're probably avoiding therapy because you've become very good at coping.
It's interesting thinking about how lots of the work that we do is able to take place when times are good, but is needed most when times are bad. That if you are trying to develop a meditation practice, if you're trying to become more aware of your thoughts, if you're trying to become more peaceful, while you're in the middle of some catastrophe or challenge that's going on in your life, you're playing on hard mode.
intense, but this is SF for Square, so let's go there.
We have our dear friend who is a trans-channel psychic medium and shaman, Riz Mirza.
So when I was 7 years old, living in New York City, my mom takes me to her girlfriend's house, and at that moment, I heard a voice that said, an old man had died on this couch. I blurted out, an old man died on
The
this couch.
fuck? Did y'all hear that?
You know, and I said, they told me. But I was scared. I gotta tell you something, I was a very reluctant medium. I was scared of the information that I was getting. Not that the information was scary, but just the fact that I would know things. Then one day, in the meditation, I fell asleep. And then I woke up. My friend said to me, do you know what just happened? I said, yeah, I fell asleep, sorry. She's like, you've been talking the whole time.
Would you be open and willing to channeling one of your guides for us?
Yes.
See you later, Riz.
See you later.
Peace, brother.
Be well. Oh, and where they go? They're very mysterious, these gates. They come through.
What the hell?
Tell us stories about other planets. Tell us stories about what is it like on that planet. When are the UFOs going to come? You yourselves are the aliens. What are you talking about? It is not so far out there to understand that you are immigrants to this planet. Beings who are natural to their planet do not get burned by their own sun.
You fear death? No, I don't. Not at all. I look forward to it. I don't look forward to the act of dying, but I look forward to what's on the other side. And I'll mention in this context that my partner of 25 years, Christina Hardy, she died last spring. She was a psychonaut like myself. She had had many deep experiences. She had no fear of death. And the two of us have no fear of death because she had gone to where she would be going when she died. She had personal familiarity with it, and she knew that it was a place of great blessing, great beauty, great joy. When you understand, and not only just intellectually, but understand and had deep communion with these deeper levels of reality that on the other side of time-space reality, then approaching death is not a dirge of sadness or mourning or just grief and loss, but rather it becomes a celebration of a life well lived. Christina had lived her life very well. She had risen to the challenges of her life. And her last years with me were some of the best years of our marriage as we moved towards her death. And I expect that to be true for me too. I don't have any fear of death. And in fact, I just have to be patient because for me, my belief is, my understanding is that at the very least, when I die, I'll be able to go back to some of the deepest places in the universe that I had access through my psychedelic work, because I know the address, as Robert Monroe would say. You can go anywhere where you know the address, and I know the address of these places. And if I can go back to there, then I know I'll be able to go on even deeper from there. So, no, I have no fear of death at all.
Okay, Chris, welcome to the show. Now, between 1979 and 1999, shortly after starting your career as a university professor, you decided to take LSD 73 times in a carefully planned, therapeutically structured sessions. I'm just, I have to start the conversation by asking, why and what motivated this. This is a very unique experiment to put yourself through. So can you maybe just share a bit about that?
Yeah. Well, I had just finished graduate school at Brown University. I was a philosopher of religion. I was starting my teaching career. And in the first year...
Yo, that old man just wanted to do LSD. Why he lying?
On reincarnation, that was
talking about research purposes.
And more importantly, I met Stan Groff's work. I read
Research my ass. Oh, shit.
Which had just been published a couple of years before. And I immediately saw the
almost
importance
done.
of Stan's work, not just for
psychology and clinical therapeutic work, but also for my field, philosophy of religion. If what Stan was saying is true, then this was a methodology that would allow us to actually push the boundaries of
I'm gonna
consciousness
drill that off, don't worry.
and glean philosophical insights into the
Tomorrow.
structure of at least consciousness and probably reality, the actual reality that consciousness is perceiving. So I knew this work had to be done personally. It couldn't be done well from secondhand accounts. So I began this work, and I didn't expect it to last 20 years when I did it, but that's what happened. I worked for 4 years. I stopped for 6 years, and then I worked for another 10 years very intensely. And I chose to work with high doses of LSD. Stan outlined in his early writings 2 protocols that they had used. One was low-dose psycholytic therapy, peeling the psyche away gradually, layer by layer. Because of the time constraints of a dual career marriage and the difficulty of being able to plan a weekend for this entire session with children soon to come, I chose to work with high doses of LSD in a psychedelic protocol, and I worked at 500 to 600 micrograms. And this is a regimen that I don't recommend today. I do it differently if I were starting over again. But basically, I thought that I could consume my karmic baggage if I just took bigger bites out of it, working at these high doses. It turned out that I was applying a model of psychology and a model of human psyche that was wrong. And so, because within 2 years I was being drawn into experiences that were so deep and so broad, involving so many thousands of human beings, that I began to realize that my entire model of personal transformation, personal enlightenment, was too narrow to do justice to the states that actually unfold in these states. So for me, it was a professional and personal journey, seeking to understand the deep structure of reality.
And what was it that caused that shift from the personal to the collective?
Well, after about 2 years in the work, I went through what Stan would have described as a classic ego death experience, culminating after 2 years of working at what he would call the perinatal level of consciousness, deep death. And I expected at that point for things to get easier. I expected to go more easily into transpersonal spaces. But what started immediately was a new cycle that ended up lasting another 2 years. I have to back up 1 second. My work always involved a cleansing portion of the session and an ecstatic portion of the session. So there was a purification, cleansing portion, which if you navigated it well would usually come to a crescendo, some type of death and release, and then the rest of the session was in an ecstatic state. So in this second stage of the work, after ego death, I began to have experiences of profound human suffering covering vast numbers of people and a vast number of years. And I was taken into it gradually, but systematically. Every session was getting deeper and wider and deeper and wider with more and more suffering. And eventually I had to realize that this was larger than anything that could be related to me personally. This wasn't some former life experiences. It wasn't simply I wasn't drawing into my personal therapy content from the collective psyche that reinforced my personal ego death, because I really had gone through a very decisive ego death already. And that forced me, and this is the main theme of my book, Dark Night, Early Dawn, was to recognize that there is no strong boundary between the individual and the collective psyche. And when you work with highly energized states, as I was in, we're using high doses of LSD, then if you work with high energy states, those energy states naturally expand to vast landscapes of the collective psyche. And literally the patient in those sessions becomes not just you personally, the patient becomes some aspect of the collective psyche, that something was using my sessions to bring about some catharsis in some small portion of the collective psyche in order to drain the trauma that still resides within the psyche from human history, all the wars that we've been through, all the droughts, all the pain and suffering, all the violence to each other. Anything which is not resolved, by the time the individuals who experience it die, that
If you're an empath,
you have a fight with your girlfriend. You want to do the right thing. So you go to ChatGPT and be like, this is exactly what happened. Tell me what to do. And you go, babe, I just want you to know I want to take full accountability. I care about this relationship. And she says, did you get this answer from ChatGPT? And you go, I did. How's that going to go? Now, you did everything right. But what makes people beautiful is not that we get everything right. It's that we get many things wrong. And I think in the modern world we live in, we forget that.
Simon Sinek is back.
He's the visionary thinker inspiring millions to cultivate human connection.
Find their purpose and overcome any modern day challenges.
So with AI, do you think it really is causing concern in design?
First Wilders keeps baby comfortably dry.
You have a fight with your girlfriend. You want to do the right thing. So you go to ChatGPT and be like, this is exactly what happened. Tell me what to do. And you go, babe, I just want you to know I want to take full accountability. I care about this relationship. And she says, did you get this answer from ChatGPT? And you go, I did. How's that going to go? Now, you did everything right. But what makes people beautiful is not that we get everything right. It's that we get many things wrong. And I think in the modern world we live in, we forget that.
Simon Sinek is back.
He's the visionary thinker inspiring millions to cultivate human connection.
Find their purpose and overcome any modern day challenges.
So with AI, do you think it really is causing concern in So I'm not in the AI business, but I am in the humanity business. And here's the problem that we never talk about. People keep telling us life is not about the destination, life is about the journey. But when we think about AI, we only think about the destination. And its remarkable ability to write the book, paint the painting, solve the problem, but we forget the importance of doing the work yourself. And I think in our modern day and age, we have underrepresented the value of struggle. I am smarter, better at problem solving, more resourceful, not because a book exists with my ideas in it, but because I wrote it. That excruciating journey is what made me grow. But it's the same for love, friendships, conflict. And I think that we forget that we give up certain skills or abilities because of technology. But it's like saying AI will provide boats for everyone, except for the time there's a storm and you don't know how to swim. And unless we take personal accountability to teach and learn human skills, they will disappear. Sure, you can have an AI friend and train it, like the best psychologist to affirm you, the best listening skills that exist, but my ability to know what to do when my friend is struggling, my ability to function in the world, or my ability to cope with stress. These very, very human skills are suffering.
So what are the other skills we need to equip ourselves with based on the way that the world is heading?
Two things. One is,
this has always blown my mind a little bit. 53% of you that listen to this show regularly haven't yet subscribed to the show. So could I ask you for a favour before we start? If you like the show and you like what we do here and you want to support us, the free, simple way that you can do just that is by hitting the subscribe button. And my commitment to you is if you do that, then I'll do everything in my power, me and my team, to make sure that this show is better for you every single week. We'll listen to your feedback, we'll find the guests that you want me to speak to, and we'll continue to do what we do. Thank you so much. Good to see you again. What are you laughing at?
it's just familiar.
Familiar. It's so interesting because when I sit down to talk to you, you're one of the very few people that I don't come with a preconception as to what we're going to talk about, but I come with a feeling, and the feeling that I bring forth is the feeling of change and transition. I have lived for 32 years, but I don't think I can ever think of a time where the future has felt unclear, uncertain, scary, exciting, and I guess unknown. And I don't just mean with technology, but technology is one protagonist in a story, and there's many other social stories playing out, from politics to relationships to all of these things. So my first question to you, Simon, is what are those things? What are the biggest forces of changes that you see happening at the moment in all of our lives that you think we should probably talk about today?
That is a big question, and I think one of the mistakes we make, and this is in general, is we like things to be very neatly organized. We like them to be black and white, yes or no, right or wrong. And as you know, the world is messier than that. It is more nuanced than that. And nothing operates in a vacuum. Everything is connected to everything. Especially in a world that's filled with this rising technology called the internet and this burgeoning technology called the social media. And desires and feeling like belonging become more and more important. We're struggling to find them. Loneliness epidemic, stress epidemic, suicide epidemics. These are all feelings of disconnection, lack of control, and loneliness. And so that only exaggerates our feeling of loneliness and despair and wanting more, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you add in AI. And now those feelings of insecurity are just exaggerated like crazy, right? So now I find AI, there's an irony to AI, right? So if you go back to the 70s and 80s, right, you had the rise of robotics. And so robots are now coming into our factories, and we're able to cut employees by dramatic amounts, and we put people out on the street who they worked in a factory, their father worked in a factory, their father's father worked in a factory, like this is what they know. And they say, but these robots are changing, they're taking our jobs. And the ruling classes and the Wall Street classes and the CEO classes, they go, yeah, I know, technology, you're gonna have to find a new skill, reskill. That's what you're going to do, reskill. Okay, flash forward to AI. Here's where the irony comes in. Because the world is always, nature pours vacuum and life seeks balance at all times, right? Not always immediately, but it seeks balance at all times. It's always seeking equilibrium. Okay, so flash forward to AI. Now you hear the knowledge workers. It's the knowledge workers who are going, my job. It's the coders. It's the finance people. My job. The plumber is not worried about AI at all. The baggage handler at the airport cares zero about AI. And so maybe the right response is, it's the future, man. It's technology. Reskill. You know, maybe become a plumber. You know. By the way, money's really good. You get to work for yourself if you want. You know. So I just find the pendulum kind of funny.
With AI, do you think it's overblown, or do you think it really is cause for concern and deeper thought?
The honest answer is, I don't know. Everybody falls on one side of you're over, you know, the sky is not falling, chicken little, or the sky is falling and we're all gonna die, right? The truth, like most things, is probably somewhere in the middle. But the real answer is I don't know, and neither does anybody else.
Yeah.
And it seems that we should have some sort of controls, because we didn't put any controls on the internet. They did put controls on the internet in China. Like, children don't have the same access to social media like kids do here. Europe has controls on the internet, and America doesn't. And we're the ones that seem to be suffering more because of the lack of controls on the internet. So I think some, and by the way, when people, you know, talk about deregulation and no controls, I mean, they make us wear seatbelts in our cars. You know, there's nothing, we have speed limits, you know, and it's for the greater good. And yeah, sure, your seatbelt's uncomfortable, but you'll get used to it. Like, and it's fine, you know? So I think the call for no reform is wrong. There are correct limits to keep things safe. I am fascinated by AI, both the benefits and the weaknesses of it. But it is revealing to me something more important than what other people are talking about, which is we're a results-obsessed society, right? We care about outcomes, we care about performance, we care about numbers, we care about final product more than anything, right? And when people talk about AI, they talk about its remarkable ability to write the symphony, paint the painting, write the book, write the article, solve the problem. Like, it is, and by the way, the technology is incredible. I asked only a few months ago to please take this and put it in the style of me, and it was fine. I did it with a friend of mine who's also an author, and we both did it for ourselves. We did it on each other. It was really fun, and it was fine. I don't think it was good. It gave me a good start, and I could edit. I did it recently. We both did it. It was damn near flawless. It was scary good, right? Now, AI doesn't know the thing I'm thinking about. It doesn't know that the next book I'm going to write about is friendship. It doesn't know the point of view I'm going to have on friendship. If you ask it, what would Simon Sinek say about friendship? It's going to be why this and why that, you know? So it's derivative, right? We know that. It's not original. We know that. But at the end of the day, the work is good. The symphony's good. The art is good. The article is good. The book is decent. Like, it's getting better and better and better. But here's the problem that we keep not talking about. People keep telling us that life is not about the destination. Life is about the journey. That's what we keep being told, right? But when we think about AI, we only think about the destination. We only think about the output. We never think about the input, right? I can tell you that, and you and I can both say the same thing, which is I am smarter, better at problem solving, more resourceful, better at pattern recognition, not because a book exists with my ideas in it, but because I wrote it. The excruciating pain of organizing ideas, putting them in a linear fashion, trying to put them in a way that other people can understand what I'm trying to get out of my brain, that excruciating journey is what made me grow. And sure, you can have an AI friend, and that AI friend has been trained like the best psychologist to affirm you, the best listening skills that exist. Tell me about your day. That sounds difficult. Boy, it's hard being you. Oh my God, it's so great being you. You know, like, it's an affirmation machine built by a for-profit company that wants you to stay on. You can't neglect that. But for the fact that nobody's learning how to be a friend. It'll feel good. You'll feel like you have a friend, but you're not learning to be a friend, right? And what made you a great entrepreneur is not that the company exists, is that you built it with your hands and you got the scars to show for it. It was when things went wrong and you were forced to fix them and think that now, when problems show up, you're quick, you're smarter. You're a much smarter businessman now than you were 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Yeah. Because you did it. And I think what we're forgetting is that there's something to be said for, and by the way, I'm a fan of AI. I want AI to make things. But I would hate to lose out on becoming a better version of me. And I think that to really learn to grow, and by the way, I used to have a steel trap for phone numbers. I knew everybody's phone number. And then all of a sudden my phone, my PDA, God, I don't need to memorize the phone number anymore. I don't know most of the people that I love. I don't know their phone numbers. I type their name in, right? I just have to know their name. And so my brain literally went on strike and said, fine, you no longer have the capacity to remember phone numbers, and I can't remember phone numbers to save my life, right? So we give up certain skills or abilities because of technology regularly, right? That's fine. I don't have a problem with any of those things, because whether I can remember a phone number or not will not affect my relationships, my ability to function in the world, or my ability to cope with stress. But my ability to know what to do when my friend is struggling, my ability to know what to do when I have a fight with my spouse, or my partner, my ability to know what to do when my boss yells at me but I don't want to escalate it, or my employee is acting out and I don't want to escalate it or fire them. Well, how do I resolve this? I've missed out on
Punch him in the head.
simply asking AI.
That's what I
How
do,
should I
y'all.
resolve this thing? It'll give you an answer and it may work, and you've learned nothing, right? And so it's the difference between it's like saying AI will provide boats for everyone, except for the time there's a storm and you don't know how to swim. And I'm okay to use the boat. Also learn to swim. So I think there's something to be said for writing your own symphony, painting your own painting, building your own business, writing your own book. Not for them, not for the output, not for the outfit, for your personal growth.
Before
Make everything
Oh my god, I got 405 hearts. How exciting. Alright, I'm gonna do this last final little bead right here. Then I'm gonna log off. Thank you guys for watching. I'll show you the finished result tomorrow, obviously, because I need to get some more rest. But I'm not gonna leave it like this, don't worry. I'll let you guys bejewel it with me. Y'all can help me pick it out.
Sign up to Linktree. It takes 30 seconds and simplifies everything. Must do number 2. Create your business hub. Add your shop, appointment booking, socials, and customer reviews all in one spot. Must do number 3. Build trust with professional brands. Customize your Linktree with your business colors and add animations to match your style. Must do number 4. Track and optimize everything. This is a game changer. Schedule content, analyze traffic, and manage your entire business presence all from one dashboard. This is the best part. You can schedule your content, track analytics, and manage everything all in one place without switching between platforms. And this literally takes minutes to set up. You now have one simple link to rule.
Also, guys, this stuff is not this thick if you warm it up first. For those of you who've been watching the whole time, you know that because my heater melted some a little bit. But yeah, it looks hard to work with, but I promise it's not. I'm just being lazy. I don't want to get up and go heat it up under some hot water. But this is also super clear as long as you rinse your brush, and obviously I didn't, so it looks cloudy. Just know that the actual product is clear even after you cure.
And so when I read it, my brain mentally discounts it as not being their opinion, not actually being them. And when you feel like you're speaking to someone's AI,
I'd say this is pretty good for a first set
so I was writing this post about how actually now
of some thick ass polyjuice.
Like if you make a couple
Thick
of
like
and you use
me, y'all.
words like forged and robust. I'd like to forge a partnership with you, Stephen.
You know I eat my cornbread.
I'm like, you never said that to me, mate. So
Alright.
it's crazy.
She beautiful.
But what you're talking about, have you ever heard of the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi?
No.
So wabi-sabi is a Japanese design concept, which is beauty in that which is temporary or imperfect. Okay? So, have you ever seen Japanese ceramics?
Yeah.
They're wonky, or the glaze is not even. Yeah. And they're beautiful. You know why? Because they're handmade. Tree bark, trees. You know, when you have a wooden bowl, wood is beautiful. Why? It's imperfect. Right? Think unique. Things made on a machine are the same and less beautiful. And things made by hand are beautiful because they're imperfect. What makes people beautiful is not that we get everything right. It's that we get many things wrong. And what makes us fall in love is not the person who's perfect. It's the person who accepts our imperfections. And we know we're in love when we learn to accept theirs, not learn to want to. Right? And you're 100% right. I now know in the art world, artists are being asked to sign affidavits that say, I painted this. I made this. Not AI. Not because it's better or worse. It's because I want to know it was touched by human hands. And so I think you're right. What will happen is everything will be so perfect that it'll be as if we're all driving or using things that
Let's cure her.
And what we will start to desire is things that are made by hand. Because by the way, we think Rolls-Royce, Ferrari. It takes 39 months to get a Ferrari. You know why? It was made by hand. Right? And one of the things that makes it expensive is the technology and the carbon fiber and all that. But the other thing is it's slow. It was made by people.
Alright guys, thanks for the liking. I'm about to get off of here, but you guys can see the finished results tomorrow. Like I said, I gotta do the right hand still, but first time polygel, not too bad, because that girl was thick. She was real thick. But we're gonna file it and put some rhinestones on it, like I said. Thank you guys for the likes and the views.
It's not the perfection
Bye.
the error that loses the game that adds. Trying not to make a mistake is as
How
powerful.
do I get out here?
Humanity of the sport, humanity of the competition. It is the imperfection, and I think that we
There we
forget
go.